Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're gonna talk about BTC, and I'm gonna be talking about EOS also, and probably we're gonna talk about Ethereum. All right. So let's talk about BTC at least for the short term, right? We're gonna start off with the 2-day chart. So BTC. So before we get started, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. We got 700 traders basically in the group. So if you want to be part of the group, make sure to click in the link. If you want to upgrade to our premium group, send me a message. All right. So let's dive into the analysis for BTC. So we're going to start off with the 2-day chart, right? So on the 2-day chart, right, we basically making a double tap, and then on our indicators, we're not looking so good. Okay, which indicator we're not looking good at? On the RSI and MACD, both of them we're not looking so great. So you can take a look at it on our MACD. We basically already got a bearish crossover on the 2-day chart, and a very low volatility, ready to accelerate type of a structure we could be anticipating within the next few hours, at least for the short term. So 2-day chart is basically telling us the bears in control. If you take a look at it on our MACD, we're already making a lower highs, right? So it is not good at all. And on top of that, in terms of wave analysis, we got an impulse, right? And after that, we got corrective. This is basically not good, not a good sign for the bulls. All right, so we could be anticipating this move to the downside. All right, at least for the short term, right? So that's the same type of a setup we got last time on the 12-hour time frame. When I said like a BTC, the only thing bullish on BTC is like the 12-hour time frame, because we pushed it upside and got a flat correction, and I was like, we could be pushing up to like a 10.5, right? So but we're gonna dive into the lower degree. So basically that setup we got on the 12-hour time frame, that's the setup we basically inversely making on the 2-day chart, right? So now let's dive into the lower degree. The lower degree, the 12-hour time frame. If you guys remember last time when we talked about the 6-hour time frame on the MACD, you can see like the same structure we basically got in this area on the MACD. That's the same structure we made a couple of weeks ago, all right, on the 6-hour basis, and we did say, okay, we're gonna get high volatility, right? So if we are making the same structure we were making a couple of weeks ago, what do you expect? Okay, you're gonna be expecting, like, at least for the short term, price to follow the same direction, the same directional move it basically created previously. So we're anticipating a further drop to the downside. Where can we find the support? If like we get the drop, we could be anticipating the 100 EMA on the 12-hour, guys, because we're gonna talk about the 6-hour, because I gave you guys last time the 6-hour to be a support, and we basically drop on the 6-hour 100 EMA. But this time we're talking about the 12-hour 100 EMA, which is currently just about at 9k, all right, just around like 9k level. So now the 12-hour MACD, as you can see, like we've been basically following the 12-hour MACD since like the top, when we got this bearish divergence, right? We've been following the 6-hour, the 12-hour RSI, all right? So you can see like we basically broke this trend line, and previously we said in order to be bullish, we're gonna need to break it. Okay, we did break it, but we could not sustain a healthy momentum above it. So what are we expecting next? We're expecting price basically to give us this move. You can see like the same move I just showed you on the 2-day chart, we also making it on the 12-hour time frame, which is a flat correction, and we can anticipate this move to the downside, at least for the short term. All right, so 2-day chart, 12-hour time frame, both of them, they're extremely bearish, at least for the short term. All right, so now let's dive into the 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame, last time I gave you guys an update. I was like, BTC actually not looking great, okay? But if the bulls want to give us any tough problems, right, they're gonna have to basically create a bullish divergence on the hourly basis, and they have to stay above the 6 hour 100 EMA. So basically what we did, we basically dropped down to the 6 hour 100 EMA as we projected, right? We said if we're going to drop, we're going to find the support right here, and if the bulls want to create any craziness, they can basically get it above this area and then push back up to the same level. That's exactly what we did. So as soon as we drop right there, just about like a 93.50 to 93.80, I got out like 40% of my position and basically got out of the rest of my position just about like a 97. So all this craziness, I did not, you know, mess with it, okay, because I was anticipating like something crazy like this could be happening within the next few hours. I was like, let me just take my profits, run away, and basically readjust, because market is not going to go anywhere. So no need to basically hold a position, pay funding fees and all that good stuff, and then basically and be panicking when you can basically get out, take your profit and get back, you know, take another position at the same spot. So, and you're not going to worry about like a stop loss being hit and all that good stuff, right? So basically 6 hour time frame is not looking great. So the type of volatility I was showing you last time, right, was that's the type of volatility I was referring to when I was talking about the 12 hour time frame. As you can see, this type of volatility, right, that's what we got on the 12 hour time frame right there. So right here, okay, so we're going to need like the 12 hour time frame to give us this rapid drop to the downside and create like a lot of you know, panic sell and all that good stuff, right? So let's dive into the let's dive into the weekly time frame, which is I think that's the only thing bullish about BTC. But before we talk about the weekly time frame, the 12 hour 21 EMA is basically currently supporting the price, and if the bulls want to basically delay the drop, they can basically do something crazy, all right, which is what another stop hunt, right? So they can basically push back up to 0.786. You can see like I was worrying about this you know, 0.618. As I said, bulls love 0.618, okay, moon boys, they love 0.618. So they're going to be trying to push back up to 0.786, which is totally normal, okay? This range of 96 to 10-1 area, it is basically a bull territory. So you just have to be very cautious and not to try to mess with them crazily, all right? So if you're shorting, you just have to, you know, do it moderately. If you try to do like 100x, 200x, all that good stuff, you're most likely going to basically you know, lose all your money, all right? So now let's dive into the weekly time frame, which I think it is still bullish for BTC, all right? So the bulls, they did a great job, guys, and basically closed above just about like this area of 97, which I think I talked about last time, all right? I said we needed to close below 94 in order to stay bullish, but the last 8 hours of the day, okay, these the bulls basically just did something very crazy, and then you know, push above you know, just push above this area of basically 97 area, so which was not that great, all right? So we should not basically close above 97. That was actually not so great, at least for the short term, all right? So that's the only thing I see bullish for BTC. So in order to stay bullish, guys, if we can get a nice close below 9k within the next few days, it'll be great. Within the next few weeks, it'll be a great move for the bulls, all right, for the bears actually. So now let's dive into EOS. So EOS, it is going to be a short analysis for EOS. The only thing you need for EOS, it is two things, okay? First thing, it is going to be a 21 EMA. The second thing going to be your basically 100 EMA, all right, okay, on a weekly basis. If EOS can manage to basically close above this area of 21 EMA on a weekly basis, you can see like we could be retesting the 100 EMA, all right? So on the weekly, not monthly, but weekly basis, all right? So let's keep that in mind. The lower degree is actually very fun for EOS. If you understand Elliott wave analysis, you could be you got like two setups, all right, a bearish and bullish setup. So you can see like EOS, we already got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wave structure to the upside, and then we also got this 1, 2, 3 wave to the downside. Let's change the color. Okay, we got this 1, 2, 3 to the downside. We also got another wave, a 3-wave move to the upside. We could be anticipating this wave to the downside. we could be anticipating this wave to the downside and get a WXY correction. All right, so if we get this WXY correction, it is going to take us just about like a 50% to 0.618, because you guys remember we already retested this level of 382. Okay, for EOS, this level of 220 to 230 was 382. All right, so we already retested 382, which is like this yellow line. So 50% pullback going to be just about $2. So, but as I said, if we break the level of the 21 EMA on the weekly, it is going to be bullish. So we just have to incorporate it into our analysis. So what are we expecting then? This move going to be our ABC correction, right? The first impulse wave going to be our A wave, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we're going to be expecting another 5-wave structure. Let's say this is going to be 5-wave structure, move to the upside, which is going to take us just about like a $4 range. So because like we could be anticipating this move to be a zigzag, all right? A 5-3-5 move. Okay, you gotta remember, a zigzag, it is a 5-3-5. It is going to be A, B, C, but it is going to be a 5-3-5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna get this ABC internal correction, right? So that's the type of a structure I'm anticipating for EOS for the bullish setup, but I already showed you the WXY correction to the downside. All right, so EOS, it is going to be very fun, very volatile. It all depends like which way it wants to take. If it breaks like just about like a 240 area, we could be looking for all the way down to below a $2 range. All right, within the next few weeks. So now let's take a look at Ethereum very shortly. So Ethereum. Okay, now let's take a look at Ethereum on a weekly basis. All right, so Ethereum on a weekly basis is not that bearish. Okay, so which is kind of basically very, very strange when BTC is showing us like multiple bearish setup on Ethereum. Last time we talked about Ethereum, I was like, if Ethereum can give us a close above the 21 EMA, above the 100 EMA, it is going to be very bullish, right? Which was just about like a 215 area. I was waiting for Ethereum to close above 215, just about like 217, but this boy just pushed all the way up to like a 245 to 250. I was like, I'm not gonna chase it, I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just gonna wait for it to cool off, and then I can short this sucker, right? So what I'm looking for, at least for the short term, on a weekly basis, since like we don't have any bearishness for Ethereum, we got two setups. Okay, one is like to retrace the down to like just about like a 214 to 215, which is like the 100 EMA on the weekly basis, right there, or we can pump to the previous resistance. Okay, so it is something that we just have to keep in mind, at least for the short term. So two setups for Ethereum, it is going to be just about like a 275 to 290 area, or we can retest like a 215 for a temporary support. So now let's take a look at Ethereum on a monthly basis. So on a monthly basis, we also closed cleanly above the monthly 21 EMA, been like holding the price over the last 3 months, which is very bullish, guys. So it is something like we just have to keep in mind. I don't see any bearishness on Ethereum since like we broke 214, 215. And once again, I said it multiple times, one of the best indicator for Ethereum is like the 25 MA for Ethereum. Whenever we break this 25 MA, I said it multiple times, Ethereum is bullish. Okay, I said it like back in April, and I was like, if we get a close above this level of 170, that's when we took the long for Ethereum. I was like, it's going to be bullish. We dropped down, right? As you can see, we dropped down and retested. Now we're pushing back up. So shorting Ethereum right now is not healthy. It is not something healthy to do. You want to wait, okay, till we break this 25 MA, or at least get close to it. You'll be like, oops, we're probably gonna break it, so I'm gonna be looking for lower numbers for Ethereum to buy. All right, so at least for the short term, you can see if you back test it back in just about this area for 2019, July 2019. As soon as we broke it, I was saying like Ethereum gonna retest to 80, and you can see like if you go back in 2018 January, we broke it, pumped to the downside, pumped to the upside, basically found a low at $80. Did the same thing. Okay, we pushed it upside all the way up to 360 range, and you know, came back, retested for temporary support for weeks, and then capitulated down before pumping above it again. So it is basically repeating the same basically scenario. You just have to be very cautious within this range above it. If we close below it, I wouldn't be interested about Ethereum. Would be looking for the low $100 to you know, $80 range, okay, at least for the short term. So guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. So if you are basically new to the content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join our premium group, send me a message. All right, thanks a lot for watching.